Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to find your page ID in WordPress. And I'm going to show you guys 3 different methods that you can use to find your page ID. And the first method I'm going to show you involves using your URL to find your page ID. Alright, so I just like to let you guys know also that we are using InstaWP to set up our WordPress environment. And this service allows you to launch a WordPress installation in under 1 minute. And it does everything for you, such as setting up SSL, and it's instant like I mentioned, and disposable. So check it out, instawp.io. Alright, so if we go back to our dashboard, what we want to do is head over to our pages section. So click pages, and these are our pages. So we see our list of pages. So let us view the page ID. Let us try to find a page ID for one of our pages. So if we click sample page here, we see that our page opens up. So we have our sample page. All right. If you want to find the ID for this page, all you need to do is go over to the top in the address bar, and where you see post equals, the number after the equal sign is your page ID. So in this case, it is 2. Let us try another one. Let us go back to our pages. Let's try to find a page ID for this PDF page. So just click this PDF, this link right here for this page. Now you won't see the content for this page because this was created using Elementor. So we need to find our ID from our URL. So after post equals, we see 59. This 59 right here is our page ID. Okay, so the page ID is 59. All right. So now I'm going to show you guys another method that you can use to find your page ID. And this involves installing a plugin called Reveal IDs. So let's head over to our plugin section. Click plugins, click add new. And we just want to type Reveal IDs. So we have our plugin right here, Reveal IDs. Click install now. And once it's done, click activate. Okay, so we have successfully installed our plugin. All we need to do is head back over to our pages section. So click pages, and we have our list of pages again. So if we look at the top here, in addition to this author and date column, we see that we also have an ID column. And if we want to find the ID for a particular page, all we need to do is move over to the left-hand side under the title column, and then move back to the ID section and find the corresponding page ID on the same line. So we see that for our sample page, it is 2. And we can always double check our page ID. So if we just move over to our sample page and click it, once our page loads, if we look at the address bar, we can see our page ID. So it's 2. And we can also double check our PDF page ID. So if we click PDF, we see that our page ID is 59. All right. So now we know how to find our page ID using 2 methods. The first, by viewing our URL after clicking our page link, and using the plugin called Reveal IDs. All right. So I'm going to show you guys one more method that you can use to find your page ID. And this involves using the inspect function in your browser. Okay, so let's use our sample page for this example. So we just want to hover over sample page and click view right next to trash. And once our page loads up, all we want to do is right click on a blank spot on the page and click inspect. Okay, so what we want to find is our article ID. So we can either scroll through this list to find our article ID, or we can just search for it. So the keyboard shortcut to search is Command F on Mac or Control F on Windows. And once we do that, all we need to do is type article. So just type article in the search box. So once it's highlighted, all we need to do is take a look next to it on the right hand side. We see ID post-2. So this is our page ID. Okay, so let's try another page, and we can either close this or just leave it open. So let's go back, and we have our list of pages. So let's check our PDF page ID. So once we hover, we just click on view. All right, so this is our PDF page. And all we want to do is look over on the right hand side in our inspect window and find our page ID. All right, so let's find our article ID. So there it is, article ID. And right next to it over on the right hand side, we see that we have post-59. So this is our page ID. It is 59. All right, so I've shown you guys 3 different methods that you can use to find your page ID in WordPress. I really hope this helped. Thank you guys so much for watching and see you in the next video.